Zach.
Zach.
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
No. ¿Cómo contesto? ¿Cómo contesto? Sí.
There you are, Zach. Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
¿Ya?
Isn't that right, Zach?
Dice Francis Joe Morgan. Please, call me joke. Deadly Premonition 2. Blazing in disguise. Louisiana. ¿Quién se desayuna?
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast.
Puto.
Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to
Bogavante.
us.
It's Francis Joe Morgan.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
Bueno, este tío es un personaje, ya veréis por qué.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
¿Y qué le vamos a preguntar? ¿Qué sabes sobre la víctima?
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat. They own most of the land around here. From the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know? They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the
Vamos a
Clarkson's
preguntar
house?
todo.
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different... They folks with remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours, and things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I
Vale.
see. I'll keep that in mind. Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bona fide boondocks here. They got the know-how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, that's the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed a weird way. Like something on the TV. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Bueno.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat People. That's my point. Cat People, 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself. That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period. You need to remember this. This is the truth.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
Vale. Un asesinato
When you say
macabro.
it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale?
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes. But folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered it said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here?
Qué mago.
Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. The could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local store, your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authority. And I've also...
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really, but I'll listen.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible. Especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. Who knows?
Que petan.
In a
Eso sí,
decade or
¿verdad?
so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter. 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself. Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had...
So, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they...
What?
a skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes.
Pues
While
nada,
I was
se vino
somewhere,
sin
I was
skateboard.
busy replacing my brand new hybrid car. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent...
Es todo un jovencito.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lease Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The
Por supuesto.
camp people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Zach, the searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Eso es verdad. Yo todos los días tengo que tomarme mi cafecito, si no, no soy persona. Bueno, creo que el capítulo 1 lo hemos terminado, creo. Sí. Ok. Me agacho así. Ok. Red tree. Ok. Vale. Yo quiero ver cómo... No. Ok. Ok. ¿Qué? ¿No? ¿Entonces qué es? A ver. Ah, vale, correr así. Y la estamina está arriba, vale. ¿Pero tengo puesto el pijama? Sí. Esa es mi habitación, ok. Voy a recorrerme primero el hotel. En busca de... A ver, comprar. Vale, tengo $600. No voy a comprar absolutamente nada ahora. Solo quiero ver el hotel. Pedazo de espejo todo grande, ¿no? Me encanta. Aquí me marca algo. Joder. Vamos aquí. Pam, pam. Pam, pam.
Son Rouge.
Pam, pararán. Tararararán. Para pam. Pam, pam. Ta, tararara. Pi, 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 pi. Pi, pi. Temazo, temazo.
Chasing
Pa,
it all
pa,
over
pa,
America.
pa, pa. Pa, para, pam. Pim, pim,
I feel like we're finally on the verge
No me
of
acordaba yo de
finding
que
something.
estaban los
Don't you,
temas
Zach?
del 1.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase.
Espera un momento. Un momento, ¿eh?
Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen as holes from the shootout in Tucson. And this, Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two. Even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental force. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Tin, tin.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down
Vale. Pam, actualiza el diagrama. Y es la misma canción. Tin, 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 tin. Buah, buah.
An
Increíble.
emerging drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar.
El patriarca.
The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Ok.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island. 2000. For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic.
Piri, piri, piri. Es que me encanta este puto
Experimental
temazo.
setting mixed with
Tin, tin,
hard-hitting
tin,
drama.
tin, tin.
It was art house sci-fi.
Tiri,
That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line, a genre known as island movies.
Nos llaman a la puerta. Voy. Ok. Vale. Yo quiero ver primero aquí, vale. Ok. Vamos a guardar aquí. Vale, recordar que en este juego si no te...
Due to the nature of our work. But Zach, do you know what I hate most? Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure. It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about...
Vale, pero no te vas a duchar. Ah, sí te vas a duchar. Ok. Vamos a afeitarnos también. Que ya sabéis que esto es muy común en Deadly Premonition. Quiero ver qué ropa tengo en el armario.
And it's even got a security box. It's proof that we're
Ok. Ay, solo tengo los dos. Bueno, vamos a volver. Vale, esto es como la caja de herramientas. Todo esto es lo que tengo ahora, ¿no? Vale. No. Espera, vamos a guardar todo. Vale. ¿Qué tengo? Vale, venenos. Vamos a coger uno de estos. Dos de estos. Dos de estos. Uno, un, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Cuatro. Ok. A ver. Ok. Vamos a ver quién ha llamado.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir?
Ahora entendéis lo del
I'm
personaje.
the concierge, David. I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carré is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Lucare means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Está loquísimo, tío.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality. Just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say. The job makes the man.
Bueno. Ya nos podemos ir, ¿no? Vale. A ver. No.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
Era el vudú, ¿no? Ahora. Sí.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Este creo que nos daba misiones.
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hoongan.
Hoongan. The title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Fell 10 maidens in the shrine of hunger. Find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it.
Pues
But
nada,
what do you mean
tenemos
by
que buscar
other
algo.
world?
Follow the oracle.
Ok.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself.
Ok.
Let's capture the truth and
Pues
present it
vamos
a
a
shiny
por...
pair of
Bueno, el
silver
oráculo ya
bracelets.
hablaré. Ostras, no tengo prisa como tal. Bueno, no sé si hay que hacerlo ya, pero... ¿Qué tengo que hacer ahora? ¿Buscar el oráculo?
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your... I'm sure you feel the same. Now this, it might...
Bueno, no nos importa mucho el tema del baño. Esta es la mecánica, ¿no? A ver qué hay aquí. Caramelo. Galleta. Hoy tenía unas ganas de comerme unas cookies. Pero engordan mucho. Son cero sanas. Casa pineapple.
Zach, this is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Totalmente. Vale, ya tengo el mapa.
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old...
Vale.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10
10
maidens. The
doncellas.
oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and
Pues
Alexis's Diner and Lane.
La bolera.
This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Nice job, Zach.
Vamos a la bolera, chicos.
Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? First, let's just figure out where we... Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number. But under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is
A ver.
minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. And 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees. The Clarkson
Esto,
Food
¿no?
Delivery Services cold storage where... That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below... Be honest now, Zach.
Y ya está. Toma, 15 pavos. Vamos.
And how about that Hungan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you die in the smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At your
bellboy.
service, boss.
Es que este hombre es
Are
es un...
Friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other.
Claro,
We're
claro.
all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
Claro.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south, actually. No, it doesn't.
Bueno.
This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Me lo tomaré como un sí.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Me lo tomaré como que sí. Ok.
You can tell this town was... No.
No, espera, que esto ya lo hemos visto. No. Voy a irme a la habitación a guardar. Era aquí. Vamos a guardar otra vez. Vale, ¿y cómo miro el mapa? Así. Vale. Vale. Quiero... ¿Esto qué es? Huertos. Vale, por aquí no puedo ir. Vale, esta es la mansión. Pim, pim. Pique, piquete, piquete, piquetín, pim, pim. Vamos a conocer a una personaje nuevo. Ahora, creo que era ahora. Por cierto, me ha regalado mi querido novio una funda del móvil, que estoy totalmente in love, porque tenía una que protegía la cámara, pero es que era muy gorda y me costaba mucho manejar el móvil. Y esta es más finita. Pirim, pim. Pirim, pim.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease. You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right? I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Please, call me York.
Please, just call me Morgan. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Patricia. Vale, correr, agacharse, esquivar sosteniendo el arma. ¿Cómo? Golpear. Espérate. Ok. Habitación roja es esta. Ok, bueno, esto no pasa nada. No, datos personales. Ok. Ok. Consigo un pleno. Ok. Consumo. Ok. Eso sí tengo que hablar con él, ¿no?
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Patricia.
FBI Special Agent Francis York
Joe
Morgan.
Morgan.
But call me
Please,
York
York.
if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all. Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name.
Vale.
So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Vale.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon.
Bueno, mejor, más fácil.
Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much, you know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So
Claro,
be
claro.
on time. Got it?
Yo me voy a ir a la bolera
Come on,
primero.
let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
Adiós.
Este es mi canal, soy Noémica TV, donde podrás encontrar juegos, música y más. Lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 6 de la tarde. Me gusta, sube y comparte y verás cómo te muestro mi arte.